I bet this has happened to you at least once. A deployment so hard you saw your legs fly over your head. And today I'm gonna show you what our body feels every time we open the parachute. And to do so, I'm gonna use a GPS. This little guy here is called fly sight. You can attach this little fella on your helmet in a very simple way like this. And now let's see some data. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a quick video of one of my jumps, and we will see a pretty strong opening. I had on my belly instrument, so don't worry about that string. Whoa! So, did you see my legs? Like this? And that was a pretty strong opening. So now I want to show you what the fly sight recorded and what our body feels when we have a situation like this one. So if you're familiar with the fly sight viewer, this is what the altitude and the velocity looks like after you upload one of the track. So I'm not gonna go through all the details on how to read the data and so on. I've made other video about that, but let's see. So we have the free fall here. This was a belly flight, so nothing in particular. 200 kilometers per hour velocity, because I had to test some instruments. And if we want to see what happened when I open the parachute, we have to go here on the left and select acceleration, or if you want, acceleration magnitude. Let's hide the total speed for now. Okay, zoom in a little, and when you have the change in the slope, that's the moment when you open the parachute. The change in the slope of the altitude, I'm sorry. So what we can see now is that we were, before opening, we had acceleration close to 0. In fact, that means almost 1 g. And after that, in a very few seconds, we reached 18 meters per second squared. But that number by itself doesn't mean a lot. To understand how many G's I felt during the opening, we have to divide that by the gravity. So you take the peak and you divide it by the gravity, and you will end up with the number of G's during your opening. In this case, if we take this number, which is 19 meters per second squared, divided by the gravity, we end up with 1.9, almost 2 G's. Okay, so what that means, when we don't feel any acceleration, we feel 1 G. So we're feeling just the gravity itself. But in this case, when we open a parachute, we have to sum over that 1 G another 1.92. So in that moment, my body felt 3 G's. That means that my weight was 3 times higher than normal. And keep in mind that we have something like the slider, the 3-ring system, that help us reduce the shock during the opening. Otherwise, we would see those kind of numbers pretty high. So if we combine the velocity and the G's, we can see that from 200 kilometers per hour in less than 56 up to, so in less than 3 seconds I got up to 2 G's. So that means that in 2 seconds my body went from 1 G up to 3 Gs. So in less than 3 seconds, my body felt 3 times its own weight. So one thing that you can do to reduce the amount of Gs you feel during the opening is to pack your canopy in the proper way. Ask to one of your instructor or one of the rigger at your drop zone, and they will help you understand how you can pack your canopy without having too many Gs during the opening, so you will have a soft and smooth opening. If you want to experience yourself and see how many Gs you're gonna pull when you open your parachute, you have a couple of choices. First is to buy and use one fly sight like this one, put it in your helmet, turn it on, and that's it. Or you can use the GPS inside of your action camera. For example, if you're using a GoPro and you go to settings, you will have the possibility to turn the GPS on, and after that what you can do is to use the relative app, I think it's called Quick, and you will have the opportunity to add on top of your video the Gs directly on the video itself. So it's gonna be pretty straightforward. So one way or another, now you know how to measure the amount of Gs, so what your body feels during the opening. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one.